Good morning students. In this video we are going to see about in computer network switching concept and its first type circuit switched network. Okay, so we will see the introduction. Now you know that network is a set of devices. That is, whenever we have multiple devices, we have the problem of connecting them. That is a problem in the network. Okay, so what we are connecting in topologies and all, how we did that connection, it may be a point to point connection between the pair of devices, or in topologies you studied bus topology, star topology, so many topologies. So why we are coming the switching is there is some of the drawbacks are available in the topologies, like in point to point connection and in star topology, that is central device. By using that central device we are connecting, and then so many topologies you study, no, so everything there is some of the drawbacks will be there in point to point connectivity. So if it is a large network, we will face so many problems. So too much infrastructure will be there, it will be cost effective one. Okay, so whatever it is, bus topology or star topology or whatever it is, we will face so many problems for cost and then distance. So for if the so many systems are available, so connecting point to points, and so it's a problematic one. So we are coming to the concept of switching. So what do you mean by switching? It consists of series of interlinked nodes. So switching means it consisting of series of interlinked nodes. So, and they are capable of creating temporary connections between more devices linked to a switch, and devices are connected by using these switches. So in that switched network, some of the nodes are connected to the end systems. End system means it may be a computer or a telephone or whatever it is. And some are used for this connections, and some are used for routing purposes. Routing means forwarding the packets to other systems. Okay, so the third point you listen here, in the switched network some of the nodes are connected to end systems and some are used for routing. This is one sample of the switched network. Okay, and switches are specified using the Roman letters 1 2 3 4 5, and then computers and then telephones, whatever it is a end node, it may be specified by using A B C D like this alphabets. So that's only given here. The end systems are labeled as A, B, C, D, and then switches are labeled as 1, 2, 3, 4 like this Roman letters, and each switch is connected to multiple links. So see here, a switch is connected to multiple links. And then there are, in switching there are three methods are available. One is circuit switching, and then packet switching, and then message switching. Even the packet switching also further subdivided into virtual circuit approach and then datagram approach. In this video I am going to explain about circuit switching. So we will see the concept now, circuit switched networks. So what do you mean by this? It consisting of a set of switches connected by physical links, and the connection between the two stations is a dedicated path made of one or more links, and link is divided into several n channels. So we will see the concept now. In the circuit switched, three phases are available. One is setup phase, and then data transfer phase, and then tear down phase. Before going to transfer any data, we concentrate directly in that circuit switched networks. Three phases we have to do. First we have to set up, and then only we have to do data transfer. After data is transferred, we have to disconnect the connection. So and it takes place at the physical layer. So before starting communication, first we have to make reservations for the resources through which resources we are going to transmit the data. That must be reserved, and it is not available to other transmission purposes. If it is reserved, that can be used by the particular process only. So before starting information, the stations must reserve the resources for the communication, like switch buffers, and then processing time. Everything is must be fixed before going to transmit. any data. So input port, output port, everything must be dedicated during the entire transfer phase, and it is not allocated to any other process till the tear down phase. Okay, in the circuit switched network, the transformation between the two stations, it is not packetized. There is no packetization here, that is data are not splitted into packets. The circuit switch network, before going to transfer any data, we have to set up first. Okay, set up the circuit, get acknowledgement, then only we have to transfer data. And data are continuous flow, okay, by the source station to the destination. And in circuit switched network, there is no addressing involved here during data transfer, and the switches routes the data based on the occupied bandwidth and the time slot. Whatever time slot allocated, in the time slot, the switches transfer the data from source to destination. That is end to end addressing, no intermediate change in the address, source address and then destination address. Okay, that is set during the setup phase. And then in circuit switched networks, resources need to be reserved. That is the main thing. Before going to transfer, the resources must be reserved during that setup phase, and it is dedicated for the entire duration of the data transfer. Okay, and then first one, setup phase. So before the two parties can communicate, dedicated circuit must be established, and then the end systems are normally connected through this dedicated lines to the switches. See here, this one example. Suppose we are going to transmit data from A to M, means first we have to get request and everything, in particular channels will be allocated, and everything we have to set before in that setup phase. So in that figure, if A want to connects to M, so what to do in the setup phase? So first we have to send the request. So it sends the setup request that includes the address of the system M to switch 1. Okay, if A want to send data to M, means it must get request from first switch. So A sends the address of M to first switch. See, switch is specified in 1, 2, 3, 4 Roman letter like that. So switch 1 finds a channel between itself and switch 4. So it first the end system that gives the request. First we have to give request and then acknowledgement, then only we can transfer data. First we are reserving everything. So request we give to first switch, and then that give to 4. See, this is the path now, 1 to 4 and then 3 and then to M. This way is explained here. So switch 1 finds a channel, and switch 4 that can be dedicated for this purpose, and then switch 1 then sends a request to switch 4, and then 4 again finds a channel, and switch 3 informs system M. Okay, so in the next step, making the connection and acknowledgement from M. First we are giving request from, see here, from A giving request to 1 the switch, and then it allocates a channel, and again give request to 4, that give request to 3, and then 3 informs to M. First we are giving request through this path, and then acknowledgement will be written in the reverse order the same way. Okay, that is given here in the opposite direction. See the second point. In the next step, to making the connection, acknowledgement from M needs to be sent opposite direction to the system A. How we came through 1, 3 and then 4 and then M. Request is came like this way, same like this. Responses, that is acknowledgement, is given to A, that is ready to receive. Like that, acknowledgement is given by M. Okay. So in circuit switched network, end-to-end addressing is required for creating a connection between two end systems. That is, for example, the address of the computers assigned by the admin in a TDM network, or the telephone numbers in the FDM network. And then data transfer. First we are giving the request and then acknowledgement. A is giving the request to M. That is, before A is going to send data to M, first we have to make a setup request to M through 1 See in this picture, A want to transfer data to M. Directly it can't transfer. In the circuit switched network, there must be a setup request at the beginning. That is through which channel A is going to transmit. So I will that switch 1 gives request to 4 and allot channel 4 give request to 3 and then to M. Same like this, M giving acknowledgements like okay, that is it is accepting to send. So that same acknowledgement is given through the reverse order like 3, 4 and 1 and it is received by a A. So it must be so like this path must be set before going to transmit data, then only A can transmit data transfer. So that is the next step, data transfer phase. After the dedicated circuits between to transfer data, after data is transmitted, then that last step is a tear down phase. That is after data transmission, that path will be disconnected. That is resources will be released for other purposes. The thing is, till the transmission, the allocated resources, channels and everything is dedicated to the particular transmission only. It won't allocate it to any other transmission. And what is the efficiency is, it is not as much efficient because resources are allocated during the entire connection, that resources are not allocated to any other process, any other transmission, okay, and they are unavailable to anyone. Like in a telephone network, people normally terminate the communication when they have finished their conversation, and the efficiency is computers can be connected to another even if there is no activity for a long time. Here, allowing resources to be dedicated means that other connections are deprived. And what is the delay time? Delay means while sending the data, disconnecting, that are the times we are facing delay. So although in circuit switch networks have low efficiency, delay one, this type of network is minimal. During the data transfer, the data are not delayed. When we are transmitting data, there is no delay in that. At each switch, the resources are allocated for the duration of the data connection. And this figure shows the delay. How the delay means, there is no waiting time at each switch. The total delay is due to the time needed to, so delay means what? Create the connection, transferring data, disconnect the circuit. By using these three things we are getting delay. Three phases, no, in all the three phases we are having delay, that is creating a connection, transferring the data and disconnect the circuit. So delay caused by the setup is, so setup phase, what are the delays we are getting? Propagation time of the source computer request, and then request signal transmission delay, and then acknowledgement, we are sending the acknowledgement again from the destination to source, no, that time also propagation time for the acknowledgement from the destination computer, and the transmission time for the acknowledgement, and then delay due to the transfer, that is propagation time. While see here, delay caused by so many things. One is getting request, no, that time also we will getting delay, and then during acknowledgement phase also we are getting delay, and then data transfer time also propagation delay we are getting, and then data transfer time also getting delay. So all the time there is a delay in the circuit switched network, okay. And then tear down phase, so we are having three phases. In all the phases we are having delay in the circuit switched networks. Okay, thank you students.